Hello, my beautiful ladies. Welcome back. It's been a long time, and I know I've missed a lot of you. And I want to just take the time to say thank you for actually watching my videos and actually liking it and for sharing it. I did travel to West Africa, to Cameroon for last month, and it was a really very beautiful journey. But for those of you who know what it means to travel to another continent, it took me a while to come back. So I'm gonna apologize for being missing for a while, but I'm right here and we're all doing this inner work together. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I just thought about talking about how to become successful in life. What does it mean to become successful? There's this thing that really hit me when we talk about getting successful. It's not only about what we do, it's actually what we also stop doing. So success is not only about the good things that you do, but you have to create space to even be able to do those things by stop doing the things that won't let you where you want to go. So today I got like 4 points of each, what to stop doing and what to start doing. Uh, if you see me bending and looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing on how to become successful is to stop holding grudges, which means you should stop holding people in your heart, stop blaming people, and actually stop, what did I say? Stop unforgiveness. So you want to be a forgiving person. You want to let go of everything. They say the front mirror is way bigger than the rear view mirror because of a reason. You need to focus on where you're going rather than keep looking at where you've been. So forgiveness is a very big thing. And actually, you're not forgiving people because what they did was right. You're forgiving them for your own sanity and also to create space so you can be able to move forward. We all know that if you don't create space, you will keep holding grudges and you won't even have enough space to be able to move forward in life. So that's the first thing that you need to stop doing to become a successful person. And then the second thing that I wrote down is your environment. Sometimes we want to bypass this. I know we all have heard about decluttering, checking with people you hang out with, and things like that. So you can really bypass it. If you're stuck in, let's say, in a very cluttered environment, let's say your house is very cluttered, there's no room for you to even think. There's this psychologist that said that your brain is like your environment, and I've really noticed this, especially when I'm at my office and my desk is so scattered. It's so hard for me to create, it's so hard for me to think. But the moment I start putting things in order, then I create space in my mind. So check your environment. You want to make sure that your environment is clean and tidy. And then the moment you do that, you see that you start becoming someone that wants to do more, that wants to become better. And then also in terms of environment, who are you hanging out with? You want to make sure that you're hanging out with people that will encourage your dreams rather than people that are going to discourage you or that would say negative things about where you're heading to. So you want to also like join maybe mastermind classes on people with people that are going similarly to the direction that you're going to. So that was the second point. Let's go to the third point. Okay, the third point that I wrote here is stop ignoring your calling. This is so true, especially for me. Stop ignoring your calling, which means you should stop ignoring what God has really put in your heart to do. Um, for a very long time, God had put in my heart to do this personal development training, and I've actually done it for myself, and it has changed my life. But I've had this calling to help other people change their lives. But I put it on the back of my head, and even up till this day, I still struggle with that. But you want to make sure that you're actually doing what God has put in your heart, because what God has put in your heart, there's someone out there that will definitely benefit from it. There's a reason why you're doing that. Even if it's only one person, it makes a difference. There's so many personal development preachers and people that I look up to, and I'm so grateful that they actually did not ignore their calling, because if they did, I wouldn't have learned what they taught me. So that's the same thing I'm talking to whoever is listening out there, my beautiful fans. Please stop ignoring your calling. If God has put something in your heart to do, please go ahead and do it. I also have a calling to actually buy homes, or maybe just participate in real estate and have people live in a beautiful environment. That's something that I'm very passionate to about. So it doesn't mean that you have to have only one calling. You can have thousands of callings, but make sure that you don't ignore them. Just take action towards it rather than just sit and waiting for, and just letting it eat you inside, because if you don't do it, it's gonna keep eating you inside, and you really have to do something about that. So that was I think that was the fourth point. And then the fifth point that I'll talk about is you want to think big. A lot of us are programmed to think small or to just fit to our environment. It's I think about this story that this guy was fishing, and every time he caught a big fish, he would throw it back in the water. And somebody was watching him, and then this guy asked him, "Why do you keep throwing the big fish in the water and looking for the small one? Big fish are nice." So the guy was like, "Oh no, my fry pan is very small. It can't contain a big fish." Oh my God. Can you imagine he kept throwing the big fish because he doesn't have a big fry pan? It's the same thing that happens to us all the time. We keep we keep thinking small because we don't even have space in our mind to hold big things. So you have to start by expanding your mind, like dreaming big. Think about how go bigger, the bigger the better. That way, if something big comes, you have enough space for it. If you get something small, at least there's a space for it. Don't go small, because if you go small and then a big thing comes, you'll be like the guy who's throwing it back in the water because he doesn't have space for his fish in his fry pan. So start thinking very big. Those are the things that you need to actually stop doing to be able to start becoming successful. Now, what are some things that you need to be doing to become successful? One of the things that I've noticed that's blocking a lot of people from being creative or becoming successful is scrolling, or how can I put it? Like maybe just mindless scrolling on social media. That's a very big one, and I'm also guilty for that. So you want to make sure that you stop looking at other people living their life and start actually living your own life. So take action rather than just dreaming and not taking any action. That's the first one. The second one that I wrote was that you have to start saying yes and no. Your no has to be more than your yes. Stop saying yes to things that you really don't need to do and start saying no to those things. For example, a lot of us, especially us immigrants or Africans, we have a lot of meetings that we are committed to, or a lot of things happening around our environment that we need to participate in. Sometimes we have difficulty saying no because we're gonna look like the outlier. But guess what? The more you say no to things that don't align to your future, that's creating space for you to be able to say yes to things that do align to your future. So you want to say more no than yeses. And just say yes to things that you really want to say yes to and things that matter to you. And one of the ways to know things that matter to you is actually create your value. Take time to really write what your values are. For example, somebody like me, my value is my family first, my faith, and then my business, my career, or whatever makes me happy. Those are the things that I value most in my life. So if something doesn't really align to that, well, I think twice before I say yes. I'll only say yes to give time when I have overflow of time. Not that I'll take the valuable time that I would have been spending with my family and spending it on things that really don't align. So that's one thing we need to learn about. And then the second way of things that you can start doing to become successful is stop waiting for the perfect time. I'm guilty. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. every time, just start taking action. I have a lot of clients that will tell me, oh, I'm going to do this when my kids grow older. I'm going to follow my dreams when I lose weight. I'm going to, no, no, no. Start doing it right now. Even if it's just doing small